The news, the line swung 2.5 points, and the undefeated Cardinals are now favored by 6 against the Packers, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. So, Shannon, do you give the Packers any shot without Devontae here?
Well, Skip, I wasn't picking the Packers even if they had Devontae.
Wow.
But there's a small chance. It's football. On any given Sunday, or this happened to be a Thursday, anything can happen. But I'm not trusting the Packers defense to hold up against Arizona, because I saw what Taylor Heineke ran for almost 100 yards. What the hell you think they're going to do with Kyler Murray? And he has D-Hop, he has A.J. Green, he has Rondale Moore, he has Christian Kirk, he has Zach Ertz. Look at that offense. They can run the football with Edmonds and Connor. And no. Devontae Adams has more yards than the other guys combined. That's it. He either throws it to Devontae or he throws it out of bounds. And I'm supposed to pick them on a short week which you got to travel and go be the undefeated team. Sure, it can happen, but I'm not putting any of my money on it that it's going to happen. I got the cards. They get Chandler Jones back. J.J. Watt is starting to pick it up a little bit. Nah, Skip. Yeah, can they? Sure. But Devontae is where they have Lazard and Randall Cobb and Tunyon. Tunyon, Skip. He said his name is Tunyon, so let's call him Tunyon. Skip, but no. They're 20th in rushing, only had 57 yards last week against Washington. Now, I don't like Green Bay chances, even though they have Aaron Rodgers, and we know what he represents. I do not like them in this spot on a short week, given that and without their second best player on the team.
So this begs a big question here.
Yeah.
The line just moved 2.5 points.
Exactly.
Because of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Who plays for a quarterback that you say is transcendent, is the greatest thrower of the football ever, says the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Well, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Because it feels like the egg is coming first, because the egg is actually the wide receiver, Devontae Adams, who is actually making Aaron.
I wouldn't go that far, Skip, but I would say this. There are not very many non-quarterbacks that's more important than Devontae. So you look at a Derrick Henry, a non-quarterback that's the offense is centric around, or you look at Devontae. Aaron Rodgers, the targets that he gives this young man, he had already over almost 800 yards receiving. So he's so heavily involved.
He's actually second in targets to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Who Stafford just leans on like, I'm going to throw it to Cooper Kupp.
I think they try to give Cooper Kupp 2,000 yards.
I know, but I don't think defensive coordinators think Cooper Kupp's going to kill me today.
Yeah, but he does.
But he does.
Yeah.
But with Devontae, if I'm trying to defend Devontae, I'm like, I can't.
Right.
He's too big. He's too powerful. He plays with this supreme athletic arrogance where you just know you can put 3 on him and he's just going to get open and catch it.
But Skip, the thing about Stafford, he will throw the ball to Woods. He will throw the ball to Jefferson.
And they are lethal.
He will throw it to Higbee.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is basically looking for Devontae, or he's throwing it out of bounds.
Almost every time.
Yes.
If he can't find him, he might flip it to the other Aaron coming out of the backfield,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
Okay, and he won it. He campaigned to get Randall Cobb back. And look at his catches. They're way down the line. Like he's almost an afterthought in this offense so far. Maybe that'll change. Now, they do get Valdez-Scantling back, who is their deeper threat because he can fly deep. Once he gets unwound, he's a long strider, deep threat.
But he's one of their top targets, and he's been out for a minute.
Yep, he has.
So Aaron, but basically Aaron got favorite guy like, okay, Devontae, Scantling. All right, I guess I better throw it out of bounds and dump it down to the running back.
So the essence of this came with 37 seconds left. We're going back 4 games to the one at San Francisco. 37 seconds left. And I'm thinking, surely you guys can stop this.
Right.
Because Brady did it with what, a minute and what was it?
A minute 20? Oh, you talking about against the Cowboys?
Yeah, against 124.
Yeah.
But this was 37 seconds left. If we could see these 2 throws, here's the first down throw from the 25. He just says, oh, there he is. I'll just throw it to him, and he'll go up and snatch it. And now you're back in business, but this comes to 3rd and 10. Now this gets to, here's the same throw again. I'll just throw it up there. Wow. 49ers everywhere, but 17 snatches it. Now it's from the 50 on 3rd and 10. And he just wins. And I'm saying, how could you not cover him on 3rd and 10?
I'm just trying to figure out what a DB is.
I don't even know what was just open.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got this. And now guess what? We're in field goal range.
Yeah.
And it took a 51-yarder by Mason Crossbar. Bang. He did it again. He's had his moments. good and
Cincinnati.
bad. Yeah, I know. But he made it,
Yeah.
and they won.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't know a quarterback who is more dependent on one receiver than Aaron is on Devontae.
Right.
I have never seen thing quite like it, and I'm not condemning it because I'd be the same way.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
I just watch him. I watch him warm up, and he just looks unguardable to me because he's so big and strong, and he can leap, and I don't know what's not to love about him, and Pro Football Focus grades him #1 overall.
Well, Skip, but when you look at it, you look at what he is, the talent level. Because if you look at Kansas City, you have Tyreek and you have Kelsey.
Yep.
So if you double Kelsey, we still got Tyreek. Or if you go to the Cowboys, if you double Amari, you still got CD.
Yep.
I mean, so everybody has like a second option that's very good.
Yep.
I mean, are we looking at any of the second option for the Packers as being very good or just okay?
So he has 52 catches, does Devontae, and then it drops for Aaron Jones, it drops to 26. So he has half of what Devontae has, and he's second on the list.
Right.
Then it drops all the way down to 15 for Tunyon and Lazard. They each have 15,
Right.
and then you have to drop to 14 to find Randall Cobb.
Right.
Well, that's just silly. That's like, how could you not go in the game and say, let's put 3 on him?
Right.
Because we got to take the security blanket
Right.
away, and maybe we got a shot here,
Right.
but nobody can stop it.
Right. I'm going to make you beat me with Lazard, Valdez, Scantling, or Randall Cobb or Tunyon. I'm not going. I know Devontae can beat me. I've seen it week after week, year after year. I know what he can do. But for whatever reason, they're like, nah, we're going to play our defense. We're going to let him get his. And okay.
So I first noticed this in 2017 when they came to Jerry World.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a big shootout.
Right.
And then on the key play of the game,
Put the back shoulder fade twice.
He was back shoulder fade twice to Devontae, and I didn't really get him yet. I knew him, but I didn't get it.
Right.
And it's to little Jordan Lewis, who's like 5'11", maybe, and he barely misses the first one. And Aaron just says, well, we'll just run it
Then you
again.
line up again,
And they
run
just do the same play again, and it's a touchdown, and that changed the game. Whoops, I lost my pen. But the point is, he is everything to them, and in my career of covering this league, I have never seen a point spread swing 2.5 points over a position that a lot of people devalue and say, we go back to, there's an immortal Gil Brandt line back in the day, which I cannot repeat on national TV, but it was about devaluing wide receivers. And that's been many people's mentality of, I can find them anywhere. I'll find undrafted kids who can run and play receiver.
Well, I think that a lot of that has to do with the 2000s because the Patriots really never had a superstar until they had Randy Moss. I mean, Wes Welker was really good. Julian Edelman was really good, but he wasn't the Julios. He wasn't the Ocho Cincos. He wasn't the the T.O.s. And so they were winning Super Bowls with guys that weren't thought of as true number ones. And so everybody's like, well, if we don't need it, so why would we spend top dollar to get one?
Okay.
But when you get a guy like Devontae, it's hard to pass up because for the longest time, Skip, we saw what Joe and Jerry were able to do, and then what Michael and Troy were able to do. So if you could get one, you get him.
There's just something about having one guy that you can't guard. What is starting to happen in Atlanta, GA, as we speak? And I'm not talking about the World Series. I'm talking about Kyle Pitts.
He's unbelievable.
He's starting to happen.
Yes.
Where you just can't stop it.
I mean, he's beating number one. They're putting number one corners on him.
They are.
As a rookie.
Yes.
And he's like, you still can't stop me.
He's supposed to be a tight end, but they just split him out. And he's 6'6".
Yes.
245.
Yes.
And he can just
run.
fly.
He can run.
Okay. And he's athletic and he can jump.
Yes.
Well, you're in trouble. And it changes the way you play offense.
Yes.
I believe CD Lamb doesn't have that kind of impact, but I was totally good when he fell into our lap out of heaven. I said, take him. Even though you don't, quote unquote, need him. He's a game-changing receiver, and he changes the mentality of your whole football team. We got CD, and he can make a play.
Right. Because if you double Amari, now CD's getting one-on-one. If you slide coverage to to CD, now Amari's getting. So now, but the thing is, for whatever reason, they just refuse to say, look, Aaron, you cannot have Devontae today. Now, I think Vance Joseph, well, he doesn't have to worry about that because he's going to have to pass 2 tests, PCR tests, in 24 hours to make sure he's able to play. But if he's not able to play, that greatly handicaps what the Packers want to do. Now,
he's not going. There's no history of being able to pass this test.
They normally err on the side of caution.
He's not.
They normally on the side of caution.
Not by Thursday.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah, you got to take one Wednesday and a 24 hour. That means you got to take the other one on Friday.
Okay.
That's the way they do it. Because they're going to err on the side of caution. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Scott.
And the other erring on the side of caution that I will throw out concerning this game, which I cannot wait to watch, is my little man, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Got sacked 4 times by the Houston Texans, and he got hit in the pocket 5 other times.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not here we go again. You just have to get rid of the football. You just can't do it.
Right.
You can't take that kind of punishment. What happened last year? They got to 6-3 off the
they beat
Hail Murray, beat Buffalo at home, remember?
Yep.
And Kyler got, I don't know if he got nicked or beat up or just.
Well, he was just remember, I think it was like a Thursday night.